A building filled with cameras in every corner. And even then, you can never be sure if something is watching you from a place you can't see. This is the story of Alex, who worked for almost 5 years as a night shift back-end data executive on the 13th floor of California IT Tech Park. Alex and Michael were working that night like they always did. After hours of non-stop typing, Alex started feeling sleepy. But the shift rules were strict and break times were fixed. Suddenly, he felt like someone walked right behind him. He immediately turned around, but no one was there. He went back to work. Then the printer suddenly started running by itself. At exactly 2:15 a.m., when only the two of them were on the entire floor, the printer spit out a page. Alex thought somebody must have sent the file by mistake, but when he picked up the paper, it was completely blank. His heart skipped a beat. Alex came from a middle-class family in California. His father was a retired school teacher, his mother a simple religious homemaker, and his 2 sisters were already married. The family depended on him now. After completing a diploma in computer science and a few small jobs, he got hired at California IT Tech Park as a back-end data executive. Michael was from Bareilly, 2 years older than Alex. He'd been working there for a year. Smart, quick, but very quiet. He preferred the night shift because he liked the peace. California IT Tech was a 20-story glass building, beautiful interiors, high security, and elevators that took you straight to your floor. But one thing was strange. The 13th floor never showed up in the elevator. It jumped from 12 straight to 14. Employees were told that the 13th floor existed in the system, but wasn't for everyone. Only the night back-end team was allowed there. Alex's job wasn't easy system monitoring, data entry, checking server logs, generating client reports. But he never complained. He needed the job. For 2 years, he managed to avoid the night shift. But after the company signed a large project and staff shortage hit, HR emailed him. 3-month rotational night shift. This time he couldn't avoid it. When he asked the security guard about the 13th floor, the guard told him that it didn't appear in the elevator. A service staircase from the corner of the 12th floor led to it. Alex realized the locked door he passed every day actually hid those stairs. To him, the 13th floor was just a new desk and some extra money. But slowly, he started hearing strange stories about it. One night during a tea break, Michael told him, "People say weird things happen on this floor. They say it's haunted. I think folks make up stories just to avoid the night shift." Alex laughed it off, but deep down he felt uneasy. That same night, something happened that stopped their jokes forever. At 2:15 a.m., the printer turned on again and printed a blank page. Michael joked, "Maybe the ghosts are sending their resume." Beside Alex's desk, a monitor displayed the corridor's CCTV footage. He usually ignored it, but sometimes his eyes wandered. He often saw shadows or someone walking by, probably security. One night he saw a dark figure on the camera. The very next second, the footage showed someone standing right behind his chair. Michael yelled, "Alex, look behind Vo!" Alex turned no one. Their bodies froze. They decided not to tell anyone. People would think they were crazy, or worse. The company might fire them for spreading rumors. There was a meeting room on the floor, meeting room 3, always locked. One night, while Michael went to get some water, Alex was sitting alone when loud, chaotic voices blasted through his headphones even though nothing was playing. He stood up in panic. The sound stopped immediately. He looked toward meeting room 3. A dim yellow light glowed under the door. Then it went dark again. Curious, he later asked the security guard about the room. The guard hesitated, then quietly said that something strange had happened there once, and they kept it locked ever since. A few nights later, Michael went to the far-end restroom. The tube light flickered like something was flying above it. Just as he finished washing his hands, all the lights went out, pitch black. Only the dripping tap and someone's slow steps echoed in the room. Terrified, he turned on his phone flashlight and bolted out. As soon as he stepped into the hallway, the corridor lights turned on instantly. But inside the restroom, it stayed completely dark. When he returned to Alex, he asked if he had turned off the lights. Alex said he hadn't left his desk. When they checked again, the restroom lights were perfectly normal. Each night the fear grew. Shadows, cold spots, random typing appearing on their screens, always around 3 a.m. They eventually asked older housekeeping staff. Every single one said the same thing. That room is unnaturally cold. Sounds come from inside. Anyone near it at night sees strange things. One night at 3:10 a.m., they heard noises from inside the room again. Light glowed under the door. Car. Alex walked toward it, locked, but whispers came from inside. They tried calling security. Nobody answered. When Alex returned to his desk, his computer had a line already typed, "Why didn't you open the door?" Now they were terrified. Later they learned about Sharad, a former employee who had worked the same shift but left suddenly. He wasn't even in company records anymore. Alex somehow towned his number. When he told John about the CCTV shadow, John went silent and said, "Meet me. And don't tell anyone." They met at a tea stall. John's hands were shaking. He revealed that an employee had died in that meeting, ruined during a night shift, a heart attack from stress. The company hid it to protect its reputation. John whispered, "Oh, every night one saw him sitting on the CCTV screen. Once. I saw myself in that room on the camera, while I was actually sitting at my desk." He said the company turned that room's camera off afterward. One night he opened the room door. He never said what he saw. Only, there's something in there. Something that can make anyone become like it. Alex and Michael decided to save the last 3 nights of CCTV footage onto a flash drive. Alex emailed HR saying he couldn't continue and that something was seriously wrong with meeting room 3. Moments later, his computer screen went completely black. A strange font appeared. "You saw what no one should see." He went home to rest. When he woke up, the flash drive was gone. His laptop was already on. Same message. "You cannot leave shift 13. Michael called that night. He had the same message on his screen, and the door of meeting room 3 was wide open. The next morning, HR discovered all CCTV footage from that room had been deleted. No backups. The spot where the man had died now had cracks and damp patches, as if the floor was hiding something underneath. Both resigned the next week. Alex left the job and the city. But even today, at 3:10 a.m., he wakes up suddenly, shaking.